Welcome back. Welcome back. Janet Wood is with us, and she frequents the show from time to time. And you're here to talk about the Bombers, of course, as always. And you want to start with what happened last year?
Yes, I would. And it's always a pleasure to be here. And I have such a passion for Bomber athletics, and it's just always good anytime you can recognize what's going on at the school. Last year was another banner year. I think every year can it get any better. But last year was great. We finished 6th overall in the Democrat Gazette state ranking. And what they do is you get points based on your state tournament appearances and then how many games you win in the state in all your sports total. We were 6th overall and 2nd in Class 6A.
Okay. So you had the 6th best total athletic program in the state.
Yes.
Is basically.
Yes.
Because I don't think people understand, because it takes into account your football, your basketball, but also your tennis, your golf, your cross country, your wrestling, and everything that you compete in.
Every state tournament.
Overall athletic program. Congratulations.
And another good thing, we always do our GPAs at the end of the year. And we actually, you mentioned all those sports, we have 20. When you say, you know, girls tennis, boys tennis, that would be 2. We have 20 varsity teams.
Yeah.
15 of those had a 3.0 plus GPA, grade point average. And the other 5 were 2.5 and above. Girls basketball had a 3.74. Now think about that, cumulative, 3.74.
Yeah.
So we're very proud of our academics. Of course, that's what we stress the most to go along with our athletic program.
Which is not the way it used to be in years past.
It did, and you used to try to, you know, I mean, to us, winning is obviously competing, but much more than how you finish on the scoreboard. You know, winning is winning in the classroom as well as on the field and on the court.
Anymore, sports is, I mean, it used to be like an activity. Now it's a dedication, not only to the sport, but also to your academics. So it's a combination.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of the students nowadays, I know, they almost play their sport or practice for it year round. We're used to, you do it for a few months now, but there's conditioning that goes on year round and you know, activities to keep you in shape. It's a lot more of an all-around fitness activity while you're playing the sport as it is just show up and we'll play a few games and go home.
Yes.
So
you're right about that. And you know, it's a struggle. We like our kids to play more than one sport. We don't like them to specialize, because you know, when you graduate from high school, the majority aren't going to go on and do this for a living. So we like them to at least play 2 sports, and a lot of them play 3. So.
Have lots of good memories. Well, what's going on now? I mentioned football, volleyball, cross country, and golf. Did I get all 4 of them? Tennis goes on in the fall too.
Yes, and cheer and dance.
And
those
cheer
are
and
both
dance.
sports, and they have their own state competition as well. So we have 7 fall sports.
So have the games started yet?
They have. Bomber Fest last Friday was our blue gold football, an unbelievable turnout. Just we added that cook-off challenge this year, and we had the cookers. They pulled in at 7 o'clock that morning to set up their grill, and you know, First Security provided the ribs that everybody cooked, and then we judged those. That was really fun. And we had the bouncy house for kids, and the National Guard brought their go-karts, and we had an obstacle course. It was just a fun night. It was a huge crowd. Our 2nd annual Bomber Fest, and it was huge. Volleyball, we beat Harrison. I guess we just kind of played around with them, because we went all 5 games and beat them 16-14 in the tiebreaker game in the 5th game.
Just playing with them.
Yeah, just toying with them to keep their hopes alive. You know? Golf is playing very well. Our girls golf is undefeated at the time, and we have a lot of seniors on that team. Our boys golf, very young. A lot of 9th and 10th graders, actually, so the majority, the makeup. So tennis, we will start pretty quick. They've been practicing, got a really good turnout. Got about 28 kids on the boys and girls tennis teams, so that's good. And in cross country, the blue gold meet, over 80 participants in grades 7 through 12. So that's always a fun thing.
Interesting. So what's your projection for this year? What do you think you'll do?
I don't know. You know, you look and see. We won the girls' state championship in girls soccer last year. Got to the Final 4 in volleyball, and pretty successful in a lot of them. But you keep hoping. You know, we'd like to repeat in girls soccer. Our girls volleyball has a good chance of doing very well in the state. Got beat in the semifinals last year, and have a good returning nucleus out of that team. So you know, you hope you can pick up a state championship here or there in one of the sports, but
And the teams always rely on that seniors to drive it, and then at the end of their year they have to go, so you end up with a new team every year.
Every year. And it should be by design. You know, if you're having to play 9th and 10th graders actually on your varsity, then you probably aren't going to win, and you shouldn't. I mean, hopefully your program, you know, builds every year and
with lots of experience. But because you do have so many sports, you have athletic passes available.
Yes.
Right? And so
Yes.
people at home who want to come to the football games and the volleyball
Yes.
games and things like that, how would they go about purchasing one of those and becoming a Bomber Booster?
Actually, the Bomber Booster Club, we meet every Monday at noon at Western Sizzlin', and it's easy in. It's a buffet. We go in that back room, and we have passes available to be purchased that day, or at any game they come to, whether it's volleyball or football. If they come to the ticket booth, we have passes available. Family passes are $125.
But they're a huge bargain.
Yes, they really are. If you're going to go to very many events, because it's $5 for adults and
that's
$4
for
for students.
every event?
Yes,
every
sir.
sporting
Every
event?
sport.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
You
That's
know,
a big
it's a big savings for a family pass,
Mm-hmm.
and that's immediate family. You know, if you've got 2 kids or 8 kids or whatever. But it's a pretty good deal. And then we have a separate football pass and a separate volleyball pass that's also can be purchased at the games.
Well, we're glad you're here. And it sounds like, I mean, you've probably got a great staff to help in all this.
Yes, a great staff. And of course, Benita Miller, our athletic secretary, she kind of drives everything and runs everything and keeps up with all the paperwork. It's insurmountable how much paperwork is involved in a program. You know, by the time you get your kids the eligibility list and everything that has to be put on the AAA website and that kind of
Now,
thing.
speaking of websites, are your schedules posted on your website for easy access so people at home can see when these volleyball games come up, when the football games?
They are.
Yeah, because that's kind of like a pet peeve of mine when schools don't keep up with that.
Don't
How
keep
am I
up.
supposed to
I
know? You know, you log on, it's not there. So
They are on our school website. All the fall schedules are posted, and Devona Pendergrass kind of helps us keep updated on our website. Something I'd like to mention is our Athletic Hall of Honor. It'll be our 2nd year for that. We selected the recipients Monday at our Hall of Honor committee meeting. And this year's inductees will be Mr. Robert Hackler. How exciting is that for Mr. Hackler to be going into the Athletic Hall of Honor? That's a good selection, we feel like. And then Bernie Harris graduated in '66. He was on that state championship team. And George Mathis, and I haven't met him personally. He graduated in '67. Was a parade All-American in football. Evidently, when you talk to these people that grew up in that age of playing football, he was the best, one of the best that's ever played here at Mountain Home. And then we're going to recognize KTLO radio station as a supporter. You know, they're one of the few stations, maybe the only station that broadcasts girls basketball and boys basketball and football, both home and on the road. And that's huge. I think they're
That's
the
a
only
lot of
radio
games.
station in the state. It is that does that. And then the 1986 girls state champion basketball team.
Cool.
So those will be our inductees this year, and that's
That'd be nice.
always homecoming
When it-
weekend,
okay.
October the
is
22nd.
it a banquet that people
It
can
is a
attend?
banquet on that Saturday, October 22nd. We'll recognize them at halftime of the homecoming football
Okay.
game, and then the banquet will be on the 22nd.
Yeah. Can community members buy
Yes,
tickets and go
yes.
to the banquet?
And we'll
Okay.
get that information out.
Oh, good.
Janet, thanks for coming by.
Thank you.
Thanks for giving us an update. I'm sure our viewers out there appreciate
Thank you.
all the stuff that's going on at the high school and the hard work that you and your staff are doing there. And it's all about the kids anyway.
It is. It's all about the kids.
and
It's
their
not- the
achievements.
more recognition we can get for them, the better.
All right.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
We'll ask you back again.
Okay.
You're one of our good
for
guests.
the winter and spring sports will be
Yeah.
coming up.
Yes.
Yeah, there's always something going on.
Yes.
Thanks, Janet.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, up next we're going to talk with Sheena Estes and Leanne Scott for a benefit for Eli Samuel Zachary. See you later.
See you later.
See you later.
See you later. Everybody's going home now. See you later.